I never actually thought I would be driving an Aventador for a week for free.
I can't believe I'm really doing this.
Welcome to Sports and Touring, and today we are out on the road with Cars with Brad. He told us to come and meet him because he's bringing a Aventador SVJ.
Yeah, I'm watching the rise, and I wouldn't say I'm shocked because I'm hardly surprised.
You always preferred the SV, didn't you?
I just think the SV looks so much better. Like, I've seen people putting exhaust on the SVJ and it sounds amazing, and I'm starting to love it a bit more. But I just prefer the styling on the SV way more. So
yeah, I'm a bit of a child, so I prefer the SVJ. So let's go check out some of the cars that are here at the start of this run and hit the road up to Caffeine Machine.
Yeah, I'm watching the rise, and I wouldn't say I'm shocked because I'm hardly surprised. This one's for the ride, this one's for who knew I'd make it, just needed some time. This one's for my wife, could've left 1,000 times just about my side. This one's for the grind, I knew it would happen, just had the strength in my mind. Yeah, I'm watching the rise, and I wouldn't say I'm shocked cause I'm hardly surprised. This one's for the ride, this one's for who knew I'd make it, just needed some time.
Typical English weather. That looks nice, I like that. LF1.
Let's have a toast to that. Let's have a toast for the real ones. Let's have a toast for the real. Let's have a toast for the real ones.
Now, one of the things that I really like about these runs that Stef AB organises, he organises these runs as an ambassador for Roadster, the social app for car enthusiasts. One of the things I really like about these runs that he organises is the diversity of the cars. It's not like exclusive to supercars. That was Stef in his press car from Porsche. One day we'll get there.
I've had seen Aventador for a week.
I'll take the Porsche.
Fine. Good deal. Yeah, you said you'll take the Porsche, I'll take the Aventador. Nice, right.
That's not what I was trying to say. You know it. Probably couldn't even get you insured on it anyway.
Yeah, you're right.
So we're cruising along behind both the Aventadors, the SV and the SVJ. As we were leaving, we saw a super leg, wasn't it?
Yeah, supercar.
Don't know how we missed that one. Normally you'd be like having a crisis when one of those shows up.
Favorite car here.
Let's have a toast for the real ones. Let's have a toast for the real. Let's have a toast for the real ones. Let's have a toast for the real. Let's have a toast for the real ones. Have a toast for the real. Let's have a toast for the real ones. Have a toast for the real. They don't baptize the bad guy. The family's not average. The kinds of chips. Fire for the shoes. But the European. Let's small. See the plane. Up the score. Pull up the train.
And it's dry. So for the twisties, hopefully, we'll be able to have a little bit more fun.
Hopefully.
They don't baptize the bad guy. Still don't follow the legend. The family's not average. The kinds of Egyptian. 500 for the shoes. Come dirty, but the European. Less is more and less is the bank. Up the score, I pull up from train. From the train, I'm balling like train. Do what I can, I do what you can. I want this 30,000 feet up. 10 toes, stay G'd up. I'm trying to get the type of wealth like a house on the hills. Can't see us. See the money still be up. Stay on, stay teed up. I won't tell you how to live, so don't make me think we stuff. And if you know the deal, then you know the deal. If it's real, then you know it's real.
That thing sounds crazy.
Let's have a toast to that.
So if you can hear me over that incredible idling V12, we are arriving at Caffeine Machine. Now we've been here quite a few times before, we haven't always vlogged it. I really do like this place. And right now I am looking forward to getting some breakfast.
Yeah, all this money on me. Yeah, cash rolls all around me. Yeah, all this money around me. Yeah, cash rolls all around me.
Right, so we've just got here to Caffeine Machine. We've got the R8 parked up next to its sister, the Gallardo Superleggera, looking really awesome together. Luckily, the weather has fixed up. You can see we've got slightly bluer skies. And we're gonna have a look around at the cars here and most importantly, grab some food because we are starving.
So look who we just bumped into, Mr. Darren Gibson. I describe him as financier to the stars, but you wouldn't describe yourself that way, would you?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I do work with some very well-known people. Very fortunate to do that, but I work from people from all walks of life. I drive all kinds of cars.
And he was just saying to me, he gets as much pleasure from financing a 30 grand car way up to 300 grand or even more. I've seen you on quite a few YouTube channels.
Yes, yeah. I've done quite a lot of work with some of the more well-known YouTube guys.
And today is your first time at Caffeine Machine, right?
It is actually absolutely the first time, and really came up to get a cup of this stuff. And but no, it's great to actually see the place. Awful lot of car enthusiasts around, some lovely looking cars, and bumping into quite a few clients actually as well while I'm here. So it's great to be here.
And when we bumped into each other earlier, he was actually on the run with us at the car park. He had a few things to say about the R8 GT.
Loved it. Very rare to see. I mean, probably the first one I've actually seen. It really stood out. It really stood out from the crowd. It's superly well spec'd. The interior is amazing. Might have to have one of those on the radar at some point actually, now that I've seen yours. So if you're thinking of selling it, you know where to come.
We'll definitely keep that in mind, and obviously that might be an interesting conversation to have about how we finance my next car.
Well,
so
absolutely, yeah.
You never know.
What are you thinking to go for next?
It's a struggle. The thing is, I've been spoiled with a GT because it doesn't drive like an R8. It's so sharp, precise, twitchy, and I like that. I like a raw car.
Yeah.
And trying to find another car like that, that is as special, that is as affordable.
That's probably impossible to find actually.
Yeah.
I followed you on the motorway for quite a bit, and it looked and sounded absolutely epic.
Thank you.
So yeah, highlight for me was seeing that today, absolutely.
Right, so you've got that crazy Aventador, this awesome 650, and a few Ferraris over there. But the thing that drew my attention first was this crazy wide-body DC2 Integra Type R, and it's got a centrifugal supercharger. I've not seen an engine bay this clean in a while. It's like completely shaved, so it's got all the wiring and everything tucked. It's got this crazy strut brace, which just looks like it could hold together a whole building. Look at this, you've got this crazy supercharger and everything feeding through, and this ridiculous wide body. I've never seen a DC2 this crazy. Staggering, really. You can see all the braided hoses and everything behind. You need to up your game on the 370, mate.
Honestly, I won't lie, I think this is arguably the coolest car here.
If my mate Sid was here, he would say that this is the best car today. This is an EK9 Type R Civic. These are getting pretty rare now and pretty expensive. Very, very cool car. Done right as well. Championship white with the white wheels and red bucket seats with the green Takata harnesses. It is very, very clean car and only going up this way in value, so very good investment.
So Sid, seriously, if you're watching this, you'd take that over any of the other cars? He would, wouldn't
Of course he would.
He totally would.
Yeah.
Totally would.
Oh, the supercharged Integra, maybe.
Maybe, yeah. I think that's one of the coolest cars here, if not the
It is one of the coolest, but
coolest.
It's Sid, so he's probably going to take the Civic.
And oh my god, did you know this was a manual?
No, I didn't.
It's a manual. It's a gated manual. I don't know about you.
Whoosh, I need food.
We didn't have any breakfast, did we?
I think 11 o'clock's still a good time for breakfast, isn't it?
Yeah, just about.
Well,
yeah.
I have had breakfast at 11 PM before, so...
I've had breakfast at 3 AM before, as in at the end of the night.
Yeah, no, we did that once, didn't we?
Yeah.
In, where was it? In Italy? This guy, irresponsible dad, took me on a night out when I was like 11.
It was a wedding.
I know, I'm joking.
Yeah, all this money on me. Yeah, cash rolls all around
Right,
me.
so I've just gone out where we were parked way down there, brought all the way around, and now she's sitting out the front where she belongs. In the meantime, our breakfast came, and that looks absolutely amazing.
I couldn't wait for you, I'm starving. It's very good there. Very, very good.
Right, so we're here with Brad, and yes, you read the title and thumbnail correctly. He did get this Lamborghini SVJ Roadster for free for a week.
So many people ask me, did you rent this? Is it a hired car?
It's about $3,000 a day, isn't it, to have an Aventador, something stupid like that. Yeah.
So this is actually a press car from Lamborghini. Brad started an Instagram page called The Supercar Lifestyle. We'll leave a link in the description below. You were like curating and creating content, and you were posting like 3 times a day, pretty much every six
times a day for the first 4 years, 6 days a year. I didn't miss a day. Christmas Day, everything.
Wow.
Yeah, I've got a lot of patient family, and my partner's very patient as well. Put up with me doing that.
And now it's grown to how many followers?
115,000 on
400.
Instagram.
He's got some great content on there. Some of it's curated, some of it is created himself and in partnership with other great photographers. His stories are basically my goals. Like if I could do stories as well as you do stories, then I will be a happy person.
The thing you just mentioned there about photographers and partnerships, that's the most important thing for me. You know, it was a platform for other content creators and photographers. There's so many amazing photographers out there, you know, and they don't, you know, a lot of their content's not seen. It's just buried instantly by Instagram. So, you know, for me, I get a lot of enjoyment out of actually sharing other people's content, and then, you know, photographers getting the enjoyment of having their creation seen by more people. So, you know, if I see some content that I think is worthy of being on the page, I will always reach out and ask the photographer, would they like to be featured? If they say no, I won't post it. It really annoys me when I see people not crediting properly or stealing people's content.
Yeah, that's one of my biggest pet peeves.
It's
on
a
Instagram,
big no-no.
where people will like steal it from somewhere else and then they won't even tag them. That's one of my biggest pet peeves. That's what I love about your Instagram. It's always always professionally done.
Did you imagine that it would get so big?
Never. I never thought it would be like this, where I'm driving my dream car.
Yeah.
This is my dream car, and you know, my intention was to get to this stage, but I never actually thought I would be driving an Aventador for a week for free.
For free.
Yeah, it's crazy. You know, I was sat in traffic the other day and I started laughing. I was on my own, I just started laughing to myself. I was like, how has this happened? But it's a crazy car, and you know, they say never meet your heroes, but on this occasion, you know, it's been an amazing experience. The car's brutal, the gear shifts are... Then when you're a bit ridiculous, it just kicks you in the back. It's crazy. Yeah. Look at the doors go up.
Yeah. And the doors go up. What more do you need?
That's the best thing. You can't ever beat that, can you?
It's a proper Lamborghini, isn't it?
It is. But now, can I sit in the Lambo? Because I've never sat in this one before.
Yeah, of course you can.
He's first.
Yeah, I can daily drive this, I reckon. My knee would hit the this a lot. My wipers, I think, would go on quite a lot.
The throttle's actually slightly off to the left.
Yeah, so...
It's a weird driving position.
Yeah, I could do this though. My head does hit the top if I sit up. I have to take the roof off if I was doing a track day.
A lot of tall people, they're just staring at this pillar.
Yeah. Make it work. I don't know what's happening, but that just turned on. Dad, I think the car's flirting with me. It's just saying, just drive me.
Oh, are you in love?
Well, I'm being seduced right now. It's just beeping at me and turned on the dials for no reason whatsoever. My favourite thing about these cars is how ridiculously small the sun visors are. That's it.
That's it.
The rear visibility.
Rear visibility, is that a quote?
Or, sorry, lack thereof. You're just staring at a wing.
Many of you will probably know this, but the Roadster is not a mechanical convertible. These are 2 panels you have to literally unclip, lift off, and they go into the frunk. And there is a mechanism that basically you slot each of the panels in, and it sort of clips into place. And it's not a particularly quick process from what I understand.
It's ridiculous. Just slide your bum in first, and then you'll slide in pretty easy.
You have absolutely no perspective on where the front of the car is at all. You can't see any part of the bonnet. Like, if you just come back in here, there is no part of the bonnet in view at all from here. Like, you can't see any of it. And your feet are by the wheel well, but it's like that's the only perspective you've got, and then you just have to guess how much more of the car is in front of you. It's crazy. Brad, just want to say congratulations on all your hard work.
Cheers, man.
Because this to me is like one of those pinnacle moments.
Yeah, it really is.
And after all those years of working full time and putting together all of that content,
and you got one of these for a week for free. So
Seriously, I'm getting a bit
congrats.
emotional here. Stop. But it has been hard work, so thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It means a lot coming from you guys. Thank you.
Right, can we get to the bit of the day I've been looking forward to the most? Watching you get out the car.
How do I do it?
You literally have to throw yourself out.
Hearing Brad's story of hard work and perseverance really was inspiring. But later, there was even more inspiration in the form of a surprise for my son, Damani.
Oh my god, I can't believe I'm really doing this. Oh.